relationship with man and woman, because that's supposed to be a balance, you're gonna learn how to be equal to a man. And that's not realistic, because someone has to play that role. You have to let a man be a man. And how else is a man supposed to be a man if you're trying to do his job for him?
Now, y'all heard what she said, right? I'm back. This is part 2. There has to be balance. How can you want to be his equal? It has to be 50-50. And that's exactly how the fuck they feel about the bills, too. See, I come up in an era where, if you was with a dude, he paid the rent. Or if the rent was $1,500, he paid the $1,000, you paid the $500 and bought grocery. Like, you weren't paying half the fucking bills. Because in his mind, that I'm the man. I'm taking care of you. That's what I'm supposed to do. Not you Negroes. Y'all don't want to buy a soda. Right. Y'all don't want to help a stranger. Y'all don't want to buy a kid that doesn't belong to you a cheeseburger. This is the mentality of the man today. Right.
That's where things get screwed up. And then women get mad at, he's not doing this, he's not doing that. But you're over dominating things. You're trying to do things, right? And then it falls on men. Then men stop doing things. They're not performing or doing what they should be. And it's like, you're literally trying to be equal, you know? So that's where it's just like,
literally competition,
literally trying to be equal. See, this woman is speaking on Passport Brothers. She believes that Passport Brothers represents the entirety of the black man. The same way they think all black women are one person. This is what she believes, not knowing that there are black men who don't have jobs. Women that are carrying the weight. What do you mean trying to be 50-50? There are brothers who got jobs who don't even want to pay bills. What are y'all talking about? Men in America don't want to pay child support for children that they don't live with. They want to put money on a card. They don't think the mothers have the right to pay rents out of their child support money. They don't think the mothers have the right. What are they only supposed to buy with this child support money? Sneakers and shoes? You can't live in those. Children use electricity. They go on school trips. That money should be used for many things, but petty mofos out here. But yet this Latin woman going to tell us about what we are doing wrong and how we are too strong. We're too strong. I'm not being disrespectful, but this is someone who may not even have running water in her home. The same way when they keep coming at me talking about America's obesity problem, like I remind them, those women don't have food. When they get here and get to eating and going to the fast food joint at the corner and dealing with your ignorant ass, who knows what they're going to do. But if y'all notice, they don't ever bring them women back. The old school bros brought the women back because they were secure and confident and they was real about what they was doing. These dudes are going over there tricking because they are inferior. They don't compete with the other dudes here. Like I told some other dude before on one of the other comments, I said, listen, let me tell you something. I know some broke dudes who getting some quality pee out there. Hello. There's some broke dudes with some good women. Oh, yes. So don't give me that bullshit about women are only about money and all of that. They're not. That's not true. Do you know how far you could get if you could make a woman laugh and just have your own shit? I got mine, you got yours. You live over there, I live over here. Women don't have no problem with that. It's you guys who are not confident in yourself who have to tear down others to build yourself up. And it's not fair. Like I said, she talking about 50-50. You got to let them dominate. If you don't know if this mofo is bringing his rent money home on Friday, honey, you don't have time for that. You got to get out there and get it and make sure that you and your children are straight. See, talking about what you don't know. Let's get back to this
competition going on. Oh, you can change the tire. I can change the tire too. Just to do it. Just to show him I can change the tire too. Oh, you can pull the engine out. I can pull the engine out too. And the man is sitting back scratching his head like, what? Why? What? Like, why do you feel like you got to show me that you can do exactly what I can do? Why am I here? That's what a lot of men are saying these days. Why am I here? If you can do it. If you're making more money than me and you know it because you went to college and I didn't, and we're trying to raise kids together, but every time we have an argument, you throw it up in my face that I make more money than you and you're not the breadwinner and you're worthless and in front of the kids. These are happening, people. Don't fool yourself and think that this is not happening in this country today. These type of things are happening. This competition that men are looking at like, I don't want to be in a I'm stronger than you. I don't want to be in a
Men don't want to compete with other men. Never mind competition with the woman within your household. That's called going to a mediator and having a damn discussion. And listen, you can't keep talking to me like that. I don't appreciate it. But see, you didn't just get there 3 kids later. What happened on the way? What happened on the way? The same way women shouldn't sit around and let a man do everything for them, a man shouldn't do that either. So what happened on the way? Respect either was there or it wasn't. Period. The flags and the signs were all there. You choose to hang around and deal with bullshit. That's your business. But you can't blame all women for that, because there are some very supportive, magnificent women in the world. But you don't give them any credit. You never hear them talk about those type of women. They only talk about the single black mothers who are horrible, who don't deserve love, and neither do their children. So therefore, no one in the black community deserves love but who? These black men. That's what they're saying. Fuck black women, fuck black children. Did y'all hear it? That's what they say. Black women are no good, and children who come from single parent households are no good. Not realizing that people die. You know, people get sick. A lot of people's parents passed away. They didn't leave because they wanted to. It doesn't matter if your dad lives on A Street and you live on Z Street. That's fine. Long as he's your daddy and he's active in your life. He comes to your school functions. He sees you on the holidays. Y'all spend time together. You and his mom don't live together. Your mom don't. What's the big damn deal? But you Negroes get on here talking about how single mamas ain't shit. See, because I think y'all get it confused too, because every single mama ain't really single. You know, just because I'm a single parent household, meaning I live here with my child alone, doesn't mean they don't have a father. Doesn't mean they don't have a father. That's the shit y'all are confusing. And y'all are putting that out there for the rest of America, making yourselves look like fools. When you say black men are not in the home, you're talking about yourself. Then you want to go back to the 70s and say, well, the women kicked the men out the home in the 70s because of welfare. It's 2023. So here we go 50 years later, right? What is your excuse today? I'm gonna let y'all use that excuse, even though it's bullshit and we all know that. But I'm gonna let y'all, let's say I'm gonna give, for the purpose of this discussion, I'm gonna give you all that today. What is your reason for not being there in 2023? You're not saying black men treat your families better. You're saying go to other countries and find you a wife. They're nicer to you over there because you're weak. You're weak. Find women who will talk to you like the timid puppy that you are. But like I'm saying, and I'm going to say it again, a lot of these guys don't really like women in the first place, right? So they can be there soft. That's why they feel intimidated by women. A weak man will feel intimidated by the sound of my voice right now. Weak bitches do. That's why I got work issues. Because people are just fucked up and can't handle when you keep it real. They're weak. You're weak. I'm not going to dumb myself down for near motherfucker. I'm going to always be me and speak in the tone that I speak in. If you're not man enough to handle that, then you're not the man for me. That doesn't make me masculine. That makes you fucking weak. It could mean that we just don't fit. But since you want to call women masculine, then we must call your ass weak. Period, point blank. The finger can be pointed both ways, but you black men don't see it that way. You think that only black women have issues, not realizing that the majority of our issues come from black men. Right. You guys do what you want to do. You treat people how you want to.
But that's how life always was.
Men
That's
deny
how
children.
Oh,
here we go.
Day, you know? So, like, I think it's more about people taking a look at your role, looking at how you want to be, the kind of partner that you want to be, and see if what you're doing right now matches up to that. If it doesn't, then there are things that are going to change. And if they don't change, people are going to go elsewhere. Just like a man is going to South America, women can go somewhere else too. Like, if you want to go to those greater lengths, you can.
Where?
I'm going to take it back to Eddie Murphy Raw. Y'all remember the stand-up, right? And then he says, you go to the woods of Africa. And at least he went to fucking Africa. He was talking about the black women. These niggas are talking about, anyway. And he said, once you bring them here, their whole thing changes. Absolutely. Right. What they said, Eddie, no, I want half. That's right. Okay. Because they have freedoms and liberties here that they don't have in their country. They're not desperate anymore. Right. They don't have to bow down anymore because I have an opinion. I can speak when I want to now, and I couldn't do that over there. Black men don't get that. They think they're special. They think that these women are really better than black women. No, they just haven't had the opportunity to speak their mind the way they want to. Like I said, you guys are tricks. And no more, no less. Not all of you. Like I said, passport broing been going down for centuries. But these new passport bros got problems because they have problems in America, disrespecting women every single day, seeing nothing wrong with it, not being checked by it. Everybody's applauding. As long as you're talking negative about a black woman, it's all good. But you tried that shit over there. That's the thing. See, either you respect women or you don't. The location doesn't matter. Either you respect women or you don't. And I really believe that black men just don't respect women. Because y'all treat other women poorly too. It ain't just us. I'm just speaking about black women today. But, it's not just us that y'all treat poorly. I mean, I remember one night I was out at this club, right? I was young. I must have been like 19. Anyway, it's the same club. It was a shootout that night. Remember I told y'all it was like, yeah. Anywho. That changed my life. That changed the direction of my life that night. All right. But anyway, inside the club that night, they used to have them big arcade machines. I don't know what this Spanish girl had did to this dude. I don't know. She cheated on him. I can't remember. I want to say that she cheated on him and he found out anyway. Anyway, I mean, he picked this girl up and slammed her so many damn times, beat her up, kicked her, all that. And the homeboys just stood around and didn't break that shit up. Black men. I was out one night at a New Year's Eve party. This dude, the girl was standing next to me. The dude slapped the shit out of her. Slapped her so hard her earring flew out. I was the only motherfucker who stood up. And then when I was leaving, this other older guy got him in the mix. But it was all these men standing around. Black men, they didn't say anything. So we cannot allow these men to continue to disrespect us as women when they ain't shit. And if this doesn't apply, let it fly. If you're a good guy and you're a stand-up guy, I'm definitely not talking to you, but I'm going to need you to acknowledge the trash around you. You cannot keep talking about black men are so great when you know these motherfuckers are out here doing all kind of shit to women and children in the community. So we got two types. We got the type that want to get online and talk shit about us. Then you got the other type who wants to go and actually physically do things and harm the people that they're supposed to love. Black men cannot handle rejection. The reality is that they are proving that by running overseas to do that. They can't handle rejection. This is not about black women. They don't know us all, but they can't handle rejection. See, when they go over there, they know they're not being rejected. And when they get rejected here, a woman cannot be with a dude. And no matter what he does, she can't tell him it's over. Because when she tells him it's over for her ass too. And possibly her children and her mama and her uncle and her daddy and anybody else that's in the home. There was a YouTuber, she just got hit by her husband, right? She is supposed to be a community activist, right? A domestic violence activist. But meanwhile, she was hit by her kid's father. She's 41, he's 37. She mentioned last week, the end of December, that she was in a toxic relationship with this dude. Mentioned it online. So she was like, she was going to end it or whatever. 5-something the other morning, she's coming out her house. Homeboy had the 3 sons in the truck with him, mental abuse. And he ran that woman over because she didn't want to be with him no more. This is men in general. Y'all don't know why women are not getting married? How many white women been coming up, disappearing and floating in water? Never seen again, go out for a jog. The husband claimed he don't know what happened to her. She never went on no goddamn jog. Because they can't handle rejection either. It's a man thing. Right. It's a crazy thing. It's a lot going on. We got to acknowledge all aspects. We are tripping. Because I'm sick of hearing this conversation about why we're not dating and why we're not getting together. And it's coming from black men. Y'all are the reason why we're not dating. Y'all are the reason why we're not getting married. It is what it is. We don't want to. We'd rather be single. And when we say that, all of a sudden we're masculine. We want to be men. No, we don't. We're independent women who handle our business. And then in your mind, that y'all think that makes us a man. But no, that just makes us human who want to have somewhere to live at the end of the day. Bye.